So last video I mentioned, I didn't really start anything. I just said the history of this car. Oh, and I got distracted, which I often get distracted. So forgive me if doing these videos, I go off on tangents and never come back on the original road I was on. But, so what I know of this car, a dear friend of the family gave this car to me many years ago. It was unexpected, but I remember the first time I saw it. I was at his house, and in his basement, he had it's like a basement garage. He just had all these cars just like bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. Just enough room to kind of like walk between a line of them and then get to the end and come back. But I saw this car, I saw it from the back for the first, time ever, and it was just gorgeous. Like, I absolutely loved the way this thing looked. It was sleek, sexy, just reminded me of James Bond cars, kind of like, Aston Martin-ish. But he remembered how much I fell for this car and gravitated towards it, and just one day it like shows up at my parents' house. I was, God, I'm trying to remember how old I was when he gave it to me. I'm 38 now. Car last registered in '02. I would say I was probably like 17 or 18 years old, something in that territory. So, yeah, I mean, I've had it for a long damn time. But it was really cool because, that's something my dad and he did a lot, working on these little cars, and, they had the Triumphs and the other MGs and like the midgets and I know my dad had a Porsche, Jaguars, just all sorts of stuff. My dad still has that Porsche. It's down in his garage. 73 914 2.0. Cool little car. See, tangent. Yeah, so I mean that's about as much as I know about this car. I have no idea what the original owner was, when it came to the United States. Obviously it's a left-hand drive, so it was bought at a dealership, not a conversion or anything like that. So yeah, that's all I know. That's the history for me. So fast forward to now, and I finally have room for the car. When I first got it, I didn't have room. I lived in the city. I had no place to park it. I didn't drive anywhere, or didn't even have a license. So it was, not to sound ungrateful, but I just had no use for it. A lot of, offers came through. My dad would come to me from time to time saying, hey, I know this guy, he's interested in the car, he's making an offer, and I would always refuse. I just felt like, this was a gift. This is something that I am going to drive this car one day. It is going to be mine, and I'm going to enjoy it. And, in hindsight, I left it at my parents' house for a long, long time, taking up space. So, thanks, Mom and Dad, for letting me park the car there for all those years. I appreciate it. But now that I have room for it, and I have the means to work on the car, and have a very understanding wife who helped name the car, trying to make sure she's involved, and I can't wait for the first drive when we get to go cruising and probably break down somewhere and have to get towed home. Maybe not, but probably. It is a British car, so my expectations are realistic. So, but anyway, there's that. So, yeah, I will think about making more of these videos, and right now I'm gonna go shower because I smell horrible. I mean, oh my god, the car stinks, but I am so much worse right now. This is terrible. This car had like freaking mouse shit all in it, and so language, sorry. And boy, it stinks. So I was ripping out carpet and stuff. That was like first thing I was doing. Not all the carpet, obviously, but some of it, and at least the stuff that was covered in poop. And then I vacuumed it out. But I stink right now, so. You didn't need to know that. No, you didn't. Okay.